Hey guys, Nick here and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be different than most of my videos because today's video is going to be a setup tour. Now you guys might be asking, why do you need to do a setup tour? Well, it's been a year since I uploaded my last setup tour video, and over that period of time my recording setup has been upgraded significantly. Don't believe me? Take a look at this for yourself. Now, as you can see, there's a big difference, so without further ado, let's get straight into this.
Here we go!
So here is my current setup I'm using to record gaming videos as well as editing them. Now I'm quite glad that I'm using a desktop, which makes the recording process a lot less painful. So the first item on our list we're going to be taking a look at is the monitor, which is an Asus ROG Swift PG248Q. This is a 24-inch 180Hz display. This is my main display I'm currently using, and I think this is a very good monitor even though it's a bit overpriced. It has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and has a color space of sRGB, or also known as standard RGB. One of the compromises that came out of this monitor with its 180Hz refresh rate is that it has a TN panel. Don't know if you know this, but a TN panel suffers from poor color accuracy, but in this model, the color accuracy is great despite being a TN monitor. Now moving on to the next item on our list. The webcam I'm using for all my live streams and facecam videos is the Logitech C922 ProStream webcam. This webcam has been with me for more than a year and it performs spectacularly well. It features two capture modes, one of which is capturing video at 1080p at 30 frames per second or 720p at 60 frames per second. The webcam also came with a built-in microphone for people who does not have a proper audio setup. In my opinion, this is a very good computer webcam and I would definitely suggest it to people who are getting into streaming. The two speakers surrounding my monitor is known as the Creative A50 stereo speakers. These speakers are fairly decent in my opinion and they sound perfectly despite only costing about $17. In terms of audio input devices, I use the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus. This is the USB variant of the AT2020 XLR version. Even though it's connected through a USB port, it captures crystal clear sound. My particular model also came with a pop filter and a shock mount in separate boxes. It was bought at the Tech Plaza in Taiwan and I absolutely love them. For the keyboard, I use a Corsair K95 RGB Platinum. I'm surprised to know that this keyboard is quite pricey when I found out that day when I got it. Even though it is quite expensive, it is very durable and is a pleasure to type on. My model has the Cherry MX Brown switches, just so you know. The mouse that I am using was given to me by my friend who also runs a YouTube channel. It is from a company known as Foxray and this particular model is called Ragefire FXR-SM-11. I don't really know what that means. It has two macro buttons for addressing multiple keystrokes and or mouse clicks. It also came with RGB too. Now the PC powering this setup was custom built by me back in December of last year and I named it Sky Falcon. This computer is my workstation for editing videos and also acts as a server so I can grab files off of it while I'm not in my room. Now for the specs for this PC, for those who's interested. The CPU I'm using is a 6-core Intel Core i7-8700K, which has a base clock at 3.7 GHz and the boost clock at 4.7 GHz. Quite speedy. For the graphics card I'm using is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 8GB card. This can power almost every single game so I can record smooth gameplay. Now for the storage, I installed two drives, one of which is a Samsung SM961 512GB M.2 NVMe PCIe SSD. And my secondary storage for where I store all my videos and all the junk files is a HGSD Desktop NAS 4TB server grade hard drive. The full specifications for my computer will of course be listed in the video description, as well as a link on where you can buy everything listed in this video. Now for those people who are wondering what networking equipment I use a D-Link router. My model is known as a DIR-A18LW. It provides highest internet bandwidth, that is to say if no one in the street is hogging up all the bandwidth. For my secondary computer, I'm using an Apple MacBook Pro. This laptop was previously my main computer for content creation. but was since replaced by my newer and more beefier desktop. I now use it as a music composition tool and for on-the-go video editing, meaning I have not yet completely abandoned this silver powerhouse. The CPU powering this silver powerhouse is a quad-core Intel Core i7 4870HQ at 2.5 GHz. It has 16 GB of RAM. The GPU is an AMD Radeon R9 M370X 2GB card, and finally a 512GB NVMe PCIe SSD. My other secondary computer is a Lenovo Yoga 260 Signature Edition. This used to be my school computer, but now I'm not really using it anymore. I decided to use it to teach my sister about computers in the near future. This laptop features a dual-core Intel Core i7 6500U at 2.5 GHz, 16 GB of RAM and Intel HD Graphics 520, and finally a 512GB NVMe PCIe SSD. So for my camera gear, one of my cameras I'm using is a Sony RX100 Mark II. This camera is a Christmas gift given by my parents. It can shoot 1080p video and up to 20 megapixel still photo. This is suitable for vlogging. Now my next camera, of course I have two in total. My next camera is a Sony Alpha A55 SLT. This camera is a hand-me-down from my grandfather. He hates big and bulky cameras, so he gave it to me. This model is from 2010 and it's still very good for its time and even by today's standard. I hope you guys enjoyed my setup tour. You can check out my kit profile to buy anything listed in this video if you're interested in the equipment I'm using. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more gaming videos. In the future, I'll probably do a behind the scenes look on how to record my videos. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.